mad, they hide. Thinking the badge is better than having some heart. Okay, look now, look how they running. They beating white people down just to show us what's coming, or to show us we nothing, or to show us we only welcome when singing or balling. Just shut up and dribble.
Hey everybody, I'm Carrie Champion. Welcome to We the People. So today we are having a very candid conversation with athletes and artists who want to make sure that you use your voice to vote. Voting is your voice. So we have so many different issues that have happened in this country. It's really, truly unprecedented time. So I'm looking forward to these conversations. I think you'll be educated as well as entertained, but most importantly informed. We have morethanavote.org, whenweallvote.org, and fairfight.com. Those resources are imperative as we try to change our future. There's no way that we can talk about hip-hop, or even the fact that we want to talk about activism, black voter suppression.
Are you seeing this in Part Royale right now?
Talking about Bumby. He is an activist, a scholar, and an all-around gentleman. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Bun, I don't want to start heavy, but I guess I have to, because that's where we are in the world today. It's heavy as hell. And when you think about what needs to happen,
I'm watching it right now.
In terms of change, what's the first thing that you think of?
Well, not
equality. That's pretty much the first thing that comes to mind, right? Black people need to be seen as equals in this world. You know, we had to fight just to be recognized as a full citizen in this country, and not 3/5.
Voters now seeing what we've known for so long in the culture and in the community. The one way that we can fight is obviously voting.
How did he do any? He's doing any more, or is that not?
One vote doesn't matter, and that voting doesn't make a difference.
Yo,
if that's true, why do they work so hard?
Angel, go to party shop. Angel, go to party shop. Okay? Yo, Frosty and Angel, go to party chat. Hello? Are you in party chat?
Party chat? What do you mean?
Yeah. Oh no.
For your day in court, you are still eligible to vote.
And you said something so key. They work so hard to hope that we stay uninformed, and more importantly, to suppress the black vote. If you could do one thing with this message that we're trying to send today,
hi, Angel.
What type of images would you like to understand and see when they go to these polls?
Angel.
I think the images that we've all, saying for decades in this country, if not just
Frosty, you joined.
Black people. Look back and you see those old black and white images of people of color being attacked by dogs and people of color being sprayed with hoses. That's what they were fighting for. Back then, they were just fighting for a chance to vote. People like Martin Luther King Jr., people like Malcolm X. These people died to help us be in a position to have the power that we have now, which is to be able to cast a vote and make a decision about the people that have control over our lives. So, I mean, if
Angel said he went to party shop, but I don't know if he did.
Need a reason to vote. Look at a person like George Floyd. To issues concerning economic equality.
No, I'm in party shop right now.
Right? If they're scared to say Black Lives Matter, you have the power to put people in those positions who do believe that Black Lives Matter, who do believe in racial equality, economic equality, judicial equality, right?
How about now?
You see us as human beings. And if the people in your community
to
don't
what?
that way, vote them out. It's that simple. Just vote him out. We don't have enough time to sit around and hope that people change their mind.
I didn't make one.
Something so important. We have the power, and that is in our vote, and that is with our voice.
I joined yours.
I think of where we are right now. People say this is a particular moment, but
never mind.
Hey.
Point of view, right? In this case, we saw very clearly what happened. I think the other thing is due to the fact that everyone was at home, basically during this time
Hey.
period in relation to the coronavirus. You couldn't avoid it, right? It was on every television station. It was on every social media platform. Everywhere you turn, you were constantly hit upside the head with this message. You see in the interaction that this man did nothing to deserve what happened.
That's right. Matter of
Yeah, I
fact, that's
do.
so well said because if you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't worth it, and he didn't have to lose his life. I think that you touched on something that a lot of people talk about, and that is now defunding the police. That has been such a huge conversation, but there's so many misconceptions around defunding and dismantling. If you will, educate the audience.
All right, so most people, when they hear the term defund the police, they tend to think of, oh, they're going to take away our police department. Nothing could be further from the point. Defunding the police means that in certain communities, even Houston, take for example, we had over $1 billion allocated to our police force. Now, what is that money being used for? Some of that money tends to be allocated towards riot shields, right? Pepper spray, right? That kind of thing. That's only this budget, right? So why would the people want to supply the police with the means to repress them? If the police are concerned about the situation in certain communities with a higher crime rate, well, higher
Oh,
going to do
yeah.
what they need to do to take care of themselves and their families. If the
Yo, both of
community
you
has
guys
more
come back
opportunities
in
for employment, more
party chat.
opportunities
Oh
for
my
equity
god.
mobility, then they tend. We want to inform people because people are tired, they're angry, they're concerned. Because it's very important that people who aren't black be involved. Because if black
Okay, I'm in.
to enact
I'm
change
in
in their
game chat.
community, people need to know about how
Oh,
their city
alright.
council runs. They need to know that they have the
How
ability
long
to
does this
speak
go
when
on?
city council meets, to let
I
Yeah,
people
do
know
not
that
I'm
that's
know.
not
broadcast.
the way
I'm
that they feel their city
broadcasting.
needs to be run. Those are not the places that they
And
feel the
what?
money in their
But
community needs to be
Oh no,
allocated.
I'm
but
broadcasting.
even
Like
a step
broadcasting
further,
this movie.
they can run for office in their local community. They
Oh,
can run for
that's where you should
positions.
have
Like people
said
act
you were
like they
live.
leave it up to somebody else. If you're upset, it's not hard to get on the school board. It's not hard to be a part of the city council. It really
And
isn't. And
y'all are
depending on the
in
small
it.
your town is, you could be a
Both of
mayor.
you.
It's the power is with
Yay!
the people, and we
Yay.
need to just know that that's happening.
Absolutely.
And
And
also,
it's
I have a
always been with
YouTube
the people. You
channel
know, if you look
called
at
Clue X
Trayvon Martin's
Blue.
mother,
If
Sabrina
you wanna
Fulton,
watch it.
right?
True?
She felt that there was a system of racism
No,
and
too
system
far.
oppression that led to her son's death. And so what did she do? She ran for city council and she was elected
Yeah.
city council. Our own former president, 44, Barack Obama, right? Started in the community as an activist, ran for an elected position, became senator, ran for another elected position and became president of the United States. So don't think that you can't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a lot of money. You don't need a lot of power. Your voice is enough to make a difference.
Amen. I feel like I need to go out and run for something. You gave me a rousing speech there, sir. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this. When I talk to my brothers, I have to ask you, as a black man, how are you doing? Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm good. I have a very strong relationship with God, so prayer definitely works for me. I have children and grandchildren who are watching me, who are encouraged by what I do, and they're proud of me right now, you know, and that's really what matters, you know. The change starts at home, you know, so as long as you have a support
I thought we
system
were gonna
that
watch
believes in what you're doing and supports you in what you're
Yo,
doing,
Frosty,
you have everything you
Yeah.
need to go out there and fight
I
against that.
stopped
And for
Trigger's
those
channel.
that don't, there's a community of people here to help
You
you. So
did?
you can go to places like
Yes.
morethanavote.org. There are many different
Did you
places
type
that
it
will
in?
encourage you, inform you, and they will put you with groups of people that feel like you,
Did you
that are
type it
ready to
in?
take action. So no one has to go about this alone
No.
if they want to do it.
Then why
Yeah,
did you
we're
just
stronger together.
subscribe to
People have
it?
been saying it, but that has much more meaning now that we are in our movement, not just this moment.
Did you
Wendy,
know
it has been an education, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Wait,
I appreciate you. Keep fighting the
it's
good fight.
it's
Keep
an
up the good fight.
uppercase C then spell Cluex. Then there's a space in a lowercase then spell BLUE.
Yeah, la la.
So our next guest, I have to admit, I'm a fan, but there are so many different people that we could talk to, and I thought it was so imperative that we speak with her. You know her as Molly on the huge, successful show Insecure, HBO's Insecure. She also has a comedy special highlighting her Nigerian
You can
roots,
watch it on
and she's
there
an
if you want.
amazing
Instead
podcaster.
of on
Let's
your
welcome in
screen.
Yvonne Orgy, everyone. You have such a beautiful way of making things funny,
I
giving us
found it.
our medicine with some candy, right?
What do you
The
see?
humor and the healing. You
What's
bring
what's the
all of
profile?
that to your space.
The
And
iconic
right
skin.
now,
Yeah,
as you
that's
look
it.
across
That's
the
it.
country,
I
how
cannot
everyone
click
is so
the bell.
broken and so upset. If it's not social injustice, it's the
You
pandemic,
can't
it's
subscribe to
depression,
it. You're
it's
just gonna have to
unemployment.
watch my
The list
videos
goes
The
on
on
and
iconic
here.
on.
skin.
How are you doing?
I cannot click the bell.
You know,
I can hear my voice in your
I'm
voice.
rediscovering myself.
Me
I heard
too.
it in a way that
I have it on my
hard
phone.
but necessary. That will lead to ultimate joy. I know it sounds like a loud but no, I
I
think
have it on my phone.
Don't
I
stop
personally
it!
think that God put all of us on a global timeout. Like we just,
Okay.
America hasn't done as good as other people when it comes to timeouts because everyone else is out playing at recess, and we're still in the principal's office hoping and wishing we can come out. But I think that if we settle into the timeout
Okay, I'm
and
done.
really learn the lesson that we're supposed to learn from the season, I think we'll emerge better. We'll learn how to play well with others in more ways than one.
Yep, I'm really done.
And so personally for me, I'm taking this time
That's gonna give me a
to
headache all
learn me
night.
in a new way.
Everybody is saying about 2020. It's demanding that we be better. And you said it's a global timeout. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, it's like everyone sit down,
Frosty.
be humble, support
Yeah.
the
Wait,
great
that's a
prophet
B.
Kendrick Lamar.
Press R2 on controller. You can zoom
Sit
in.
down and let's reevaluate some things.
No,
Let
Yeah, I
us
know.
press
unearth and
R2
shake
and
up
then
the
square.
things that we have been
Yeah, I know.
trying to hide within ourselves, within our nation. I think America is going through an unraveling right now, a much needed, a much necessary one, and I think
No, somebody died.
right? There is no, oh, I was on the subway for an hour, so I didn't miss that thing that happened. No, everybody was home. Everybody, was watching when George Floyd died, and everybody, no one could hide it. Everyone was watching when Amy Cooper called the cops. Like this is a time where it's like, oh, we can't pretend it away. We can't excuse it away. No.
YouTube.
It's a global timeout. Sit down, watch, and let's learn. And globally, it's like, hey, we were going business as usual, but it ain't usual no more. Like that's old.
Tell
Anytime
me if
change
I
occurs,
die.
it's very uncomfortable. And so right now we're sitting with we're getting we're getting comfortable with the uncomfortable.
The minorities, we've been comfortable with being uncomfortable because that to me explains just the existence for whatever we want to do, how we break into our careers, how we live our lives, how we find ourselves one of the few or one of the first. And that's a lonely road. When you look at and when you talk about this global timeout, everybody had to pay attention to Amy Cooper. Everyone had to pay attention to George Floyd. How is that helping us as a people, as a country during our global timeout?
I think, well, one, we're not minorities, Carrie. You already know it. It's like these labels that they put on us. It's like the same way of saying like black on black violence. Also, there's no white on white violence. It's branding,
Yeah,
right? It's all branding.
you're right. You're
It's
right.
like white people kill white people every single day. It's like no, there is no black on black violence. And if you say black on black violence, well then let's brand white on white violence. Like I watch Investigation Discovery. Ain't too many of us been featured. So I just even like, but to answer your question, what does that do? I think what everyone expected is what has happened in the past when the world was still open, right? In that, okay, you had everyone, from Trayvon Martin to Castillo to Sandra Bland. You had all of these lives lost, and Black people made some noise. You know, we rioted, we got out in the streets, we started the Black Lives Matter movement, all of those things. And then white people kind of just like, oh, let's give them something, and then it's just like, is it over? It's like Oscars so Black. Okay, good. We gave some Oscars. Are we good now? Like, are we even? You know, and it's the leg a little bit, but it's all right because we're gonna by amputating the leg, we're gonna save the body. And so I think that's what's happening now. Like America is realizing, like, oh, Black people aren't just making a little bit of noise. Like the protests are still out. The conversations are still being had. The change is still being demanded. And I think they're seeing, oh, this is not going away. And no, it's not, because we need systematic change.
What a beautiful
Yo,
way
Angel, look at me.
to explore what is happening and describe our country. We might have to amputate the leg, but that's to save the body. That's
I tried to broadcast it, but I couldn't.
And to that end, I have to
You need
ask
to
you
have a
this, because the
YouTube
way that we
channel
do that, we
first.
use
I do.
our voice, and our voice right now
Why
in
aren't you
this world, in this
broadcasting?
country, is our vote.
I don't know my password.
Everyone
And
talks about voting
look, my mom created my password, right? She
Then
wrote it down
create
and then doesn't
create
work.
a new
every 4
one.
years for the man in office. It's about your local elections. It's about the
Create one
mayor.
that you
It is
know.
about
Create
the
one that
district
you could
attorney, the people who have the
not
power
forget.
to bring charges against
That's
police
what
if
I
police
did
brutality is an
to
issue
my
in your
YouTube
community.
channel.
If you care
I
about your
forgot my
school district, you
password,
can
so
run
I
for the
pressed
school board.
forgot
I ask
password
this of you,
and
right? Your
press
parents
create a new
are from
one.
Nigeria.
You
You
just gotta
are
remember your
Nigerian. You talk
password.
about that
Get
very
a password
lovingly.
to create
What
a
does
new one,
voting mean
so
for
you
you?
don't forget it.
You know, I think voting is power. I remember, I became a
So
naturalized
you can
citizen
broadcast.
back in the 90s, when because I was still a minor, my mom naturalized, and so we were able to do it under her. And just even that power of like, we are American citizens, and all the access that we have by being citizens, one of those accesses and those access to power being voting. It's a big deal. It's a big deal because not only do we have the opportunity to be in this country, but now we can be of the country. We can be of the systems. We can be of the rules. We can be of what it actually affords. But I think going back to your earlier comment about just the setup of systems, I think we are done a disservice. Either it's schools or whatever it is, and I'm not putting teachers on blast. I think teachers do a phenomenal job, but for some reason we do not. And give them all the raises. I know too many parents who are like, I might, this child of mine, I do love them, but hey, when can I drop them off? And I do think that there's a disservice done because, again, when we talk about voting, to your point, we talk about every 4 years. It's important to vote for the presidency. We don't realize, like, oh, snap, we actually can vote about, like, how much our libraries get. It's like small things like that, but
Dude,
that make
why
a
would
big
I some
difference.
When
action
you think
here?
of
Those
voter
are actually
suppression
not
in this
good.
country, what does it look like for you?
It's the systems. When we talk about voter suppression, we also talk about systematic racism, right? It's
Oh,
all the systems that set up, and we've
this
we've
guy.
normalized. Okay, maybe your job will give you a half day, or maybe you'll be able to get this luxury. It shouldn't be a luxury. It should be built into the system. It should be built into the fabric of how we vote. But maybe you'll be able to get this luxury in order to enable you to go vote. Think about everything disenfranchised, marginalized Black person has to endure in a day. So in a day, you need to get to work. If something happens to your car, if something happens to your child care, if something happens to, there's so many factors along the way that can send you into a tailspin as an American. And then you add on as a person of color. If you're just trying to get to vote and you already have to go through all of these hurdles and hoops in your everyday life, imagine the one day when your voice really is supposed to matter the most in this country. But then you also see all the times that you tried to have your voice matter, and then it's been shut down, repressed, told it doesn't matter. And then you're kind of like, what's the point?
How do we keep hope though? If I'm watching this right now, I how do we as a people stay hopeful? How do we believe in the promise that these quote unquote forefathers have given us?
Because have you met Black people? By default, like hope is infused in our DNA. Like you know what I'm saying? Like like if we haven't been broken now through be it through slavery, through
Give
capitalism,
it to me.
through
Give it to me.
colonization, through segregation, through
How long is
I
this
mean,
gonna take?
the history of black people
I
in
don't
this
know.
country is
It's
at
gonna
one
get
point we
boring.
were 3/5 people.
Not say that boring.
That's it.
At one,
That was a written law. And look at us now. We are whole. We are Black Girl Magic. We are Black Boy Joy. We are, you know what I'm saying? What I think about in terms of giving us hope, right? We're making a lot of people nervous right now, Carrie. We're making a lot of people
Ben.
nervous right now because they're like,
Friend
dang, we put
request
all these
from...
obstacles in their way, and these jokers are resilient. But that should give us hope. That should give us hope that like we can't stop, won't stop. I mean, I went to the school of Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag,
I
power
did
to the man
it.
right now. Can't stop, won't stop.
Did
And
what?
I think that's our motto.
I
We
created a
can't stop
password.
voting and we won't stop voting. We can't stop marching and we won't stop marching. We can't stop.
It's
Ooh, this guy has Minecraft. Just need Minecraft and PlayStation Plus, and I can play with him.
People are not right or unjust, but talk to me about what activism looks like for Ivanovich.
Listen, activism, I think the beauty of activism is that it has many faces, right? You're going to have the people on the front lines. Like, you know what? Martin Luther King marched, but there were a lot of women who were in the homes like, hey, BT Dubs, when they come back, this is how we support all the people who are marching on the front lines. And we're going to be here doing what we know to do best here. And you know what? Somebody needs to bail them out of jail so now we need to be in the community, getting money or whatever it is. So it's like everybody has a position to play. And so play your position like a shortstop, bro. So whoever you are and whatever you do, play your position.
Oh my God.
So activism could look like, you know what? I'm not the one that's built to be on the front line, but you know what? My pockets go deep, so I'm gonna support the people on the front line. I'm a comedian. Black joy is a form of activism.
There's always a call for entertainers or celebrities to
where
have
is
the
it?
platform to do something. Why aren't you speaking out? I'm not a believer in thinking that it's mandatory. Like you said, everyone can be an activist and be activated in different ways. But talk to me about the connection. Talk to me about the margin in your world and how you feel like it inspires you to say more and use your platform to do more.
Beneath the surface of what we do, like Niecy Nash says, it's the who, right? The who is the person who's going to be like, hey, let me call this out. Either blind racism, in terms overt racism, in terms of ways that we can be better, in terms of ways that we can actually be more uplifting to the community that you may not even realize that you're serving.
Before I let you go, talk to me about the urgency, in your opinion, for people to vote, our people to get out and vote this coming election.
Yeah, I mean, guys.
Oh, I left the party because of my Wi-Fi.
Right. If you think you're tired now, I'm telling you right now, we cannot take this sitting down. We can't take this joke. I mean, I understand that it may be hard to figure out who to vote for, but at the end of the day, we gotta vote for our families. We gotta vote for our legacies. We gotta vote for continued progress.
Oh my God!
We have to vote for.
It says that I could broadcast in 24 hours.
I'm broadcasting 51 hours.
No, it says ready to in 24 hours.
You talk about the whole.
It takes 24 hours.
You have to wait for that long. It did that to me too.
There's still much more to be done.
Everybody get in line.
We might have to get to a point where we pass the baton to our children and our children's children.
Yeah, you're moving.
We have work to do now for that generation.
You are everything. You are Molly, but you are not Molly. But I love you so much as Molly.
I don't got paper.
You are an amazing podcaster.
Need paper.
Shout out to Lovey.
So I can write down my password.
So you can remember it.
Model, a cover model. Also,
yes.
Don't let me forget your hugely successful stand-up comedy special on HBO. You're doing it all, and I am so grateful. You are truly the dream, not just the American dream. You are the black girl, brown girl, do it all dream. The immigrant
With
dream,
Lados
everything.
now.
You're a beautiful, beautiful soul. I
I
really,
meant
really mean
with
that.
Lotus.
Yvonne Orgy, ladies and gentlemen, nothing but the best and excellence personified. Thank you so much.
9.
I love you so much. I
What's
love you a
today?
lot.
What's today?
Yeah, la la.
So Atlanta has been one of the hotbeds in terms of political
Ah,
unrest and social
can we get
injustice.
some
We've
action
seen so
here?
much
It's
happen
getting
in that
boring.
city, and we've also seen so much come from that city, including one of our very own founding
What's
fathers of the
today's
civil rights
date?
movement, and that's Martin Luther King Jr.
I
But
have no
right now,
idea.
we want to welcome in someone who has used his platform to talk about voting, to talk about racial injustice, and how he's trying to help. Atlanta's very own Russ joins us now. Russ, I'm not going to
January,
fan out and tell
March,
you what some
April,
of my
May,
favorite songs were, but
June,
I will let you read your
July.
favorites. We're going to get to the topic at hand. So, we got to talk about recently you did an interview where you shared your outlook on culture and music, and you also were very candid about the fact that
Okay, done.
you have a privilege and that is necessary for you to give back. Tell everybody about what that means.
As like it's very obvious, I'm white and I'm in black culture and I'm benefiting financially off of it. So I feel like if you're a white person financially benefiting off of black culture, you have to put finances back into black culture. Just that simple. The screenshots with your feelings, it just comes off like fake empathy because it comes off very dismissive and very oh, that sucks for y'all. But anyway, back to what I was doing.
Have you felt that way always, or is it now because of the time of where we are in this country?
I've always had the feeling. I think now it's just obviously elevated. It's a new level, and there's new, it's to the point now where you can't. First of all, you can't not say anything. Second of all, though, I just think saying something isn't enough anymore. I think, if you have the ability to put money back into a culture that you're financially benefiting from, you have the ability to. You should.
It's interesting that you talk about it in that way because some people do believe that silence is the best way to go because it's hard to talk race, especially if you're white and you're in black culture. People just feel as if they can't talk about it. They feel awkward. They feel as if they don't have the privilege of the use of words.
I'm
How do you
back.
find yourself right
I'm
now
gonna go
in
put the
terms of
gingerbread
interacting with people?
book
How
back
do you
to
talk to you about social
and then
injustice, police
when I'm
brutality?
done,
What's going on in this
you
country right
come.
now?
Well, first of all, picking and choosing whether you want to be silent or not about race, that's a privilege in and of itself. But no, I mean, I try to just do my best to listen to the black people around me and the educated black people I have in my life. So I do my best to not act like I have all the answers for everything,
Clapping,
especially
guys.
in a culture that I'm not from. But that's why when we decided to raise the money um, for Black Lives Matter organizations, when we raised 500,000, we got on the phone with some of the women who started Black Lives Matter. I got on the phone with Tamika Mallory. I was on the phone with Karen Civil and talking with my friends to make sure the money went to like the correct places, and people who really need it. It's just about listening. That's all.
Let's
It's about listening.
let's talk about that for a moment because the way I think of activism for me, it looks very differently. It's not necessarily just protesting on the front lines. I think that's great. But what about being an activist in the way in which you have decided to do
I
so?
do not have
What
the
inspired
gingerbread.
you? What did it look like? You said you raised money for Black Lives Matter. What did you do?
Mm-hmm.
Walk us through everything that you did and how you
Angel,
find yourself in this moment right
I do not have the
So
gingerbread.
for me, it was 3 years ago. I had like a string of festivals, and I decided that I was gonna wear T-shirts with a message on them because I figured,
I have the
what
doggy.
better, what better time to use a platform than in front of a bunch of people. So one of the T-shirts I wore was, if you want to change the system,
Party
speak
moving in
up, white
30
silence is
minutes.
pro racism, the whole
Said
thing.
that before.
And it didn't really like
What does that
it
mean?
kind of got swept under the rug back then.
There's a movie.
But when all
Guys,
this
where
stuff
are you?
started happening again, and
What do you
it's been
mean?
happening, the police brutality
Where are
against
you
innocent black
guys?
people. I was like, man, I'm not the
Where
biggest
are
artist in the
you?
world, and I certainly don't have the most white fans in the world, but I got a good amount of people that
Do
I
you
can
see me?
definitely mobilize and turn into some money. And I know
I
they're
don't have
down
the
for the
gingerbread,
cause
so
because they know it's a
so
good
I
thing. And I've
so
always
I
been
got another
outspoken
one.
anyway, And so
I got
how
the
am I going to be in
doggy.
black culture and not be
How'd you
outspoken
get
Wait
about
a
that?
minute.
Wait,
racism?
what?
And then I got to ask you this because you grew up in Atlanta, so
I'm
that
a
gives you
check.
a heads up, depending for so many
Maybe
people,
it was
because you're
free.
in the
Who
hearts
knows?
of that beautiful
I
black
don't know if it
city
was
where there's
free
so many
though.
wonderful black
Hey, look what I found. Guys, go to where I am right now. Look what I found.
And we are really, really getting our word out, especially with this platform today.
Yay. It was in season 8.
It was season 8.
Yeah, the doggy. Who should I be?
Say the
Privilege to say it's got to a breaking point for me because obviously it's been past the breaking point
that we are.
I think that as a whole, the young people need to get out and vote because we're the ones that never.
Are you the guy who's walking?
You know what I mean? We never show up to vote, but we're the future. So it's like, look, we gotta go out there and vote.
I'm the guy with a doggy.
Whatever happens.
The only guy different.
You gotta do your part.
Yeah, and he has.
Stay still.
I can see you guys'
There's a
name.
beautiful irony in the fact that
Well, I can't.
saying because of you, I'm voting. And there's something beautiful about that. But I
Let's
wanna
go
know
in the
why
line and pay each other's.
Why in this moment is it?
How about who's gonna pet mines?
Get your spirit to say yes. This is the time to do it.
Honestly,
Oh, so you're the guy with a scuba.
I think that George Floyd really
Who's the guy with a scuba
a lot
tank?
of people who, including myself, who I was vocal and outspoken.
And
about
who's the guy in front of me?
Lyrics, I put it on T-shirts.
A Vietnam person. A Vietnam person.
I was vocal about it, but
You.
that video in that moment,
Who this?
I think me along with a lot of other
Who
people
this guy?
just kind of was like, all right.
Who knows this
Like,
skin?
words are simply not enough anymore. We gotta do something, whether it's
Wait, I know what should I be.
whether it's
It's gonna be a
voting or
surprise.
like we gotta do something,
Okay.
And
No one look.
I'm ashamed that
You gonna switch your
it
skin?
took that
Yeah, no one looked
for
at me.
to be like, I need to raise money and I need to vote. It's a shame, and I don't know. I guess it snapped a bunch of people out of it.
Keep your eyes closed.
Even if you were
Okay?
vocal,
Yeah, true.
time to just stop talking about it and do that. And it's been time for
Oh,
that.
Open.
Like I said, I'm ashamed that it took me this long.
Now
to
with a
actually
Christmas
really,
squad.
really be about it.
Hey, somebody.
I'm
Fine, I will change
So
again.
Russ, we all know that this is going to be your first time
who's-
voting.
oh, hi,
Tell me
Frosty.
what that experience is going to be like for you in terms of what you're excited about.
I think you know what it's gonna do. For
Frosty,
me?
why
It's
are you
gonna
copying
let
me?
me know that I'm contributing to something bigger than myself, and
And I will change again.
There's another skin. There's another skin of the.
Who? Christmas squad?
Yes. There's 3 of us now. Switch back.
Really? You were waiting until I came all the way down there.
And that's the problem. I think the
Are you
mentality of
kidding?
like my vote doesn't matter needs to be changed to my vote.
Wait, no.
All be
What black bring?
The Candy King guy.
very, very big.
What are you saying?
I think when you realize that giving actually feels better than receiving, that's when you start wanting to do your part and contribute. So voting is an easy way to give.
Angel,
Yeah.
come to me. I want to see your back ring.
You've been given a huge platform, and we are so grateful for you, Russ.
Oh, I don't have that one.
Community activist, first-time voter. We appreciate
I don't got that one.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Look, I have
Yeah, la la.
I might have back bling. I might this is back bling. I have the queen. I have the ship wheel. The backboard. The skies scene. I got this one. Wait. You guys will not believe what I just did.
We can change where we are in this country.
Hey, what happened?
Chicago Cubs right fielder.
Are you saying
I
who's
appreciate
this?
you. I brought in Atlanta and Chicago because I know
Who's this one?
metropolitan area of Atlanta, more specifically McDonough. Let's be technical.
Guys, I put a back screen on, right? And it's not showing. Look. And I have a back screen on.
Let's look at the past month and a half.
It's a Star Wars back screen and it's not showing me.
The hardest thing for me to deal with, Carrie,
fine, let's try again.
has just been going from
yeah, I have it on.
shutting everything down to us being called to action.
I have it on for real. Look.
We're tired of situations. We've had people protesting, wanting to get the message out. But I really realized that I need to be a part of the positive message and make sure that doesn't get lost in all the chaos going on for people to actually.
Angel, that's in the locker, right?
A respectable person who cares about everyone.
And I'm not even wearing it outside the locker.
Person who cares about everyone involved, which leads us to.
I sent you a picture and that's in the locker.
Of black athletes and artists. You are a part of that. Talk to me about why that's important for you right now and this be a part of that collective.
To me personally, it's important to be a part of that because I've somewhat used baseball and my craft as an excuse.
Comment down below. Hashtag Christmas Squad.
Baseball and
Yo.
as an excuse not to get educated.
Look my backpack.
Show people like any moment.
Oh, wait, where are you? Wait, which one are you?
So tell me in your words, what is activism?
I'm the guy who's jumping.
Oh!
Me and the guys that we're on the rock. We're on the rock.
I'll be right back.
First time people see from us, so now I have white people.
I know that it's tough for black players specifically in Major League Baseball to talk about how they feel.
Whoa.
Adam Jones did it.
Hey, look at me, I'm futuristic.
But there are very few that are vocal. You said you all were afraid. Why use that word and why were you?
Hello. I am a robot. Hello.
And there are 38 teams.
Okay. Yo, who's under the big screen?
Which is on each team as well.
Oh, never mind. I just want to terminate that.
To get to this point, you have to have a certain way. You got to be careful what you say. You can't ruffle feathers. You can't come off in any way. Much like other black entertainers, much like yourself.
Oh, wait, I forgot about something.
Every day, but to get to the highest level, you got to button up. You got to be seen and not heard. So.
No, me.
Like I said, it was time for us to try and speak up and make a difference and show people, hey,
no! Oh, yay!
Okay. They mad.
Yo, Ange, where are you, Ange?
Look on top of the big rock.
They beating white people down just to show us what's coming.
Jump! Angel, jump!
Right over here, look. On the big rock behind Travis.
And for so long, I felt it bubbling.
How?
Surface.
Do you like my skin?
Whatever positions we were,
Do you want to see my glider?
Looking the other way.
Look at my glider.
So much time making others comfortable while we were uncomfortable.
I'll be right back.
Feel that this is
okay. How did you get up there?
Or is it just
we went on the zip line and then jumped off?
Oh my god. Now I have to go all the way back here. Oh my.
I don't think there's enough.
We saw on draft day. We saw our president, Bill Epstein, holding up the sign saying Black Lives Matter.
I made it.
Yeah.
Angel, look behind you.
Yeah, I see.
And it's not always just going to be the popular thing.
Hi.
This is something people want to get right because they know it.
Jason, you said you think it's sustainable, that what you're seeing, especially with your colleagues in baseball, that this
is the best spot ever.
Feeling more comfortable, feeling more safe to share how you feel about social injustice and police brutality. What are you doing right now in this moment with your platform to help change how we look?
When is the movie happening?
Educate the culture and the community.
You said do the movie.
No, it said 30 minutes.
to get that message out and use our platform in that sense as a
What
group.
time?
And try to create a brand.
What time did it say?
It's not just about the election. I want to make sure that it's about
30
people getting
and
educated for years to come,
30
figure out where to vote and how.
No, but what time at 7 did it say that?
They cover different demographics
like,
and influence different areas of
I don't
people.
know.
As a baseball player, as a
How would
black
I
baseball
know?
player,
I went to
I feel
school,
like
but I
like we
didn't,
talked about,
you know,
find a time to show people that you can use your
you already know
voice
that.
in this profession. You don't have to be afraid. And to me, that can help someone, help a kid growing up. He can see me, he can see other guys that were in the
God,
field.
you better be careful.
This is what they're standing
If
for.
there's a huge spider, tell me.
Things, and it's okay to want to play baseball. It's not
Yes,
random.
it's a huge spider.
Something I have to be as afraid of as I was before. So I feel like that's my role.
Hey!
I have a younger brother as well.
Now I cannot get on. Why?
I've got to lead by example. I can't just always, come up with the good answers that sound good.
Fine, I just camp on a zip line.
What do we need to do to make changes? So I'm joining up here to make sure that I take action and get educated myself.
Sorry, am I in the middle of the screen? If I am, I'm sorry. I'm zipline camping. Wait, I got a better. I almost. Guys, go where I am.
They didn't send that back until it was too late.
Up here.
We didn't get it in the mail to the address, to the Atlanta address, and my parents' house. We didn't get that in the mail until it was too late. Then other friends and family still in Georgia right now.
Hi.
Hear about them being
Bye.
lines too long and trying to get off work. We know how it is for any family, but let alone black.
Bro, you have to be this scared to just
suburbs trying to take care of your family and trying to provide for them. You try to get off work, and then you're like, wait a minute, what's going on?
why are we all saying though?
It's not gonna happen. Right?
Should I change my back bling?
I saw Mayor Keisha Bottoms, reach out via social media to people.
Hey, we got security. We got security.
Issues right now. I need y'all to stay there.
Oh, not. Security went. Security is not alive no more.
Well, it's interesting that you even bring that up because there have been all these images specifically from Georgia because that's such a battleground.
I know what we should do, guys.
People, especially when it came to the primaries, doing whatever it takes. And this is real life voter suppression that you're talking about. It's been happening for decades. It's not fake. What you're saying, these examples.
Am I invited?
Sending your ballot too late after the fact, or shutting down the polls at 6 o'clock while people still are in line.
Did you guys push him off?
To be some type of change.
Guys, go forward a bit.
What we're doing right now is fair, but the idea of voter suppression.
Am I invited?
Is well known.
I'm Christmas too.
Within the generation, your generation.
I think it's known.
Don't tell me, you're kicking me off.
Right? I don't think it's spoke on enough. I don't think
Yes,
there's been enough.
you have to be the skin to get on the rock.
Let people hear about it. Let people learn about what that looks like.
And what kind of back bling?
Say, okay, look, this is gonna happen. We have to
Just
expect
do any
this.
back bling if you don't have the
Can't say they didn't want.
Jason, everybody knows, or it feels as if everyone knows that the time is now. America's paying attention to us. We have their eyes, we have their ears. If you look toward the future, what are you most excited about in terms of seeing the change?
I'm excited about how fast the word is traveling. That the word is being spread right now. The biggest athletes, the biggest icons, biggest entertainers are doing their part. But I'm also seeing people out there on the streets.
No, I don't want this.
When so many things got lost, could have very easily got in the commotion when it came to protests.
Oh no! Oh yay!
Looting. People still
I thought that my green crashed for a minute.
We're doing this for the right reasons. We're going to come together. We're going to use drones. We're going to use social medias. I feel like this is a new way.
No, my God. I hate this game.
And you're right. People are spreading the word unapologetically. We out here. We doubling down. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Right.
Yeah.
Am I invited now?
So excited to welcome a friend, a brother,
Why you guys?
family member, if you will, former colleague, NBA.
What do you see that?
Sports analyst.
It says party movie
Oh.
on top of the screen. What does that mean?
So that means for the next scene,
That is voting. Everybody
like next person.
to We the People. Talk to me about how important it is for the people who know you and love you and look up to you. Why is it so important that you use your platform to talk about voting?
I
Initially,
wanna
we
dance.
have to get past the stigma of the
Tell
mental
me what happens.
systemic
I'm gonna go
racism that comes
explore.
with the presidential race, governors, mayors, senators, judges.
Guys,
We've
try to
been
ping
conditioned to
rappers.
believe that our vote does not matter. So usually when we
Yo,
looked up
angels,
at
try to
all the
ping
most
rappers.
racist and people that were running, not only did they not look like us,
Rappers.
we didn't believe they were there
Rappers.
to represent our best
If I
interests.
could find
So
some.
therefore, as a collective, we didn't mobilize until Barack Obama, and we felt a sense of hope
Keep an eye out for
that
vending
finally
machines.
our country is going to do something that we felt would never happen in our lifetime.
Don't tell me.
And I remember being at the
They
inauguration in
disabled vending
2008. I
machines.
made sure I was there.
I
And
think.
we voted. In 2016, we didn't vote, Carrie. We didn't vote. And so many people try to make this political. This is not political. Me telling somebody to vote is like telling somebody to pay taxes. So that's one, getting over the stigma of nobody is going to represent our best interest. And then number two, the reality is that the person that gets the most votes doesn't necessarily win the presidency. That's uncomfortable right there, because that's actually what took place in 2016. The Electoral College chose the president. And if you put all of their pictures up, I'm pretty sure they look a lot more like each other than they look like you and I.
Don't worry, I'm on the piano.
And then the third thing,
You guys
especially
hear
in urban
this.
environments, oh man, it creates barriers for us, Carrie. It's like you got to jump over the fence, you got to run past the dogs,
Guys,
you got
I
to
have
jump
bad
over into
news.
the park, the lions is
There
5
are no
miles long.
rappers.
You get up to the
Wait,
pole
who
and they don't
didn't
work.
leave?
Elderly people working
Not
in the
me.
city, while they got the
With
young people who
Lot
understand
Us.
Fluffy's still
technology
in here.
working in the suburbs.
With
Like
Lot
these are
Us
all
is still in here
systematic
too.
things that try to discourage us from voting. And then finally, we
I
don't have
have
a day off to
bad
vote. We need to
news.
work. So we don't get a day
There
off.
are no
I work a
rappers.
full day, and I gotta work to pay my bills. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna mail in vote. And you know what you want people
Tell
to
me what
realize,
happens.
that counts too. So your vote will be counted if
Right.
you are able to mail it in. So those are a few things that I hope that we can do and mobilize. And shout to LeBron and his team. Shout to you and everybody involved. We will make a difference.
Well, let's talk about more than a vote. There is a black collective of athletes, of artists coming together and saying voter suppression is a real deal, especially in the black community. When you just talked about, I got to work, so I can't go vote. And then when we do get in the booth, just in case we don't have to work, do we know who we're voting for? Not only do we have to vote, we got to be educated. And it's not always even about the man who's in office or the woman who's in office for president. It's about your local elections. It's about the people who are your DAs, your state DAs, like the people who actually make change in your community, who will change police brutality, who will make sure that your community is taken care of, who will defund police and hope that they can help you in stopping police brutality.
Guys, I'm gonna make
So
a perfect entrance.
you decided to
Who's
be
ready?
part of more than a vote and what it actually means.
Well,
Guys,
it
keep an
means
eye
a
out.
lot to be involved with such an impressive collective as you mentioned. And I've said this multiple times, and I know it can be uncomfortable when I say it, but a lot of times we have to get to the root of the issue before we find a
Hello.
solution. And the quote was,
I couldn't find any
America
rappers.
loves black people as much as it loves black culture. And this collective, by the way, represents in a lot of ways what's
Guys,
encouraging,
when
but
this
also
finishes,
kind of disappointing
we
about
should check the
all
item
of
shop.
black people in America, because we were brought here as labor and to entertain, and we use those vehicles to get paid and move to the suburbs and be the idols of white kids. And so now that we have this collective, I would say sports and entertainment represent the most powerful group of black men in the United States. I'm talking about money, power, celebrity, the ability to mobilize, community
I'm gonna play
involvement,
some soccer.
their leadership, their intellect.
And so to have all of us pull it in the
He
same
shoots.
direction at the
He
same
doesn't
time
score.
for anything that we're passionate about is going to be a difference
He shoots.
maker, but it's definitely going to be a
He
difference maker in the
he
2020 vote
scores.
because we're going to make sure we
Yay!
inform
I win.
everybody that they can let their voice be heard, and failure is not an option.
Jalen, what does voter suppression look like to you?
A perfect example took place recently, Kerry, in Kentucky. It was 6 p.m. at night, and so many people were standing in line enthusiastic to vote. And you know what they did? Locked the doors. And you know what the people did? They continued to bang on the doors, continued to bang on the windows. They continued to let it be known they were not going to leave the premises until they got a chance to vote. And you know what ended up happening? They opened those doors and allowed those people to vote. So do not be discouraged. These barriers show
No.
you that it matters, and we're here to help you break through them. The same thing with our platforms and voices, Carrie, because you know what's going to happen. At some point, Breonna Taylor is not going to be trending anymore. People are not going to be protesting anymore. But it's still up to us to keep making sure that our voices get heard, and this is one way to do so.
Right, and that is a form of being activated, being an activist. It doesn't have to be protesting. It doesn't have to look like what you think traditionally activism looks like. It's voting. It's that simple.
We now have to understand, like, this is a critical mass moment for this movement to continue to hold up as much steam for as long as possible. And that's what this collection is going to hopefully allow for that situation to happen.
Jalen, in today's age of
Hello.
technology, it should be easier to
Hey.
vote.
No doubt. It's
Hey,
like
look at
we have all
us.
these
Yay.
devices, smartphones, and yet I can't vote from it. All of the things
Yo,
that we
Angel,
do
look
with
at
our
our
lives,
backlinks.
all of these barriers are things that people will need to
I'm
overcome in
here.
order to
I couldn't find
create a
any vending
level of
machines.
enthusiasm to vote. And again, this is not political. It's your right to do so. And there's so many times when you feel like
I'm
somebody
back.
may have gotten done unjustly in your community. Pay attention to who the judges are, who's running for Senate, mayor, governor. Pay attention who's running for president. And let's make sure in 2020 we make a difference.
Why is more than a vote so important and invaluable in our community right now?
Well, because right now, I think we have an opportunity to let our voices be heard louder than ever. Anytime you see the mobilization of white kids holding Black Lives Matter signs, that means there's a breakthrough. Now, what happens with that breakthrough is the next step. You're going to look down in your email, Carrie. You're going to see all of these companies telling you how they're going to work on their diversity, how they're looking themselves in the mirror. They need to make change. Just like in sports, right? You look on the field and on the court, all those black players. The further you get up, it's like altitude or a ladder. It gets thinner and thinner. And so a lot of people talk about the system being broken. I hate to remind people that it's not broken, it was built this way. And one of our ways to help change the system is to vote. So that's why more than a vote is so very important. So we can make sure everybody participates and gives themselves an opportunity to let their voice be heard.
I think it's interesting because you talked about black men being very powerful in the U.S. if they're athletes and entertainers, because for so long those have been one of the avenues traditionally to create wealth. The NBA season comes back. What are your feelings on the season coming back in the midst of everything that is happening?
I think you'll see players challenging the establishment more. You're going to see them saying, okay, if you have all of these marketing and promotional deals, how many of them are with minorities? How many people are you employing, NBA? What about certain teams? Who do you have as a minority owner? Or what about the candidates that you have for positions of power? NBA players have proven as blacks that they are now movers and shakers in the game.
Their
They're
disappointing
now the
is
dogs, not
moving
the
to
chickens. They
5 minutes.
decide not to play. Some of the biggest
Yeah, like to a
Those
different
same
screen.
challenges and
No, to
that
this
take
screen.
place in sports,
What's the reason
they
why we
help during
wait?
the game. Colin Kaepernick was before the game. The Ali Summit
Not.
was a
It says party moving.
so they could
That means it's
mobilize
gonna
and
change.
participate, but when if you do play, challenge the league.
But it
Black
was
Lives
15
Matter on the
minutes
jersey.
earlier. But
Continue
now it's
to
5.
make sure
So.
that every time people are watching the game, they're
Oh, what's up,
also
dude?
seeing the
And
movement
in
happen.
5 minutes the items
Jalen,
have
I
to
appreciate
change.
you because you are always entertaining and informative at once. I really, truly am looking forward to your
Yes.
conversation. Thank you for working with
No way,
your
I got an
input
idea.
because your voice, your platform, all
And
of
you're
that is
gonna like
significant.
this,
Be
Angel.
safe, okay?
What?
Yes, ma'am. I love and appreciate you
Keep
for
an eye
calling
on your
in.
messages.
Thank you. Love you,
Alright.
brother.
Love you too.
Every conversation that we had today, I hope was helpful for you. I am so grateful to everyone who came on with me to talk about what's going on in our culture and how we need to change. Huge shout out to Jalen Rose, Bun B, Jason Hayward, Yvonne Orgy, and Russ. Their words were inspiring, but also important and invaluable. I hope your phone is full with all the information that we've been able to place in front of you. Again, you need to check out these resources because they are so important because we want you to vote. That is your voice. It is important. We, the people, want you to vote. So go to morethanavote.org, fairfight.com, and renew Again, thank you so much for joining us and paying attention because this message, again, is invaluable. I'm Carrie Champion.
And you look at your messages.
Alright.
3 minutes.
We the people. Isn't it?
Look at your hitbox. Yo, Angel, look at your hitbox. Look at where I'm standing and look where you... How? Oh, yay.
I can't even dance.
3, 2... No. No, wait. Everybody stop.
No, me and this guy did it at the
3,
same time.
2, 1, go.
Yeah. Wait, you said what? Alright, let's do it again. Honey.
3.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. This is funny. It's gonna be a funny.
Oh, y'all did it at the same time.
How? Who's the guy next to me on the right?
Me.
How did you do it?
Just waiting
Do
for
not
my turn.
move. Whatever you do, do not move. Oh my god.
Yo! Oh, my controller fell. No.
Oh no.
Dang it.
What is the chaos agent doing? Look at the chaos agent.
Oh! Look.
I gotta
Oh, we're
record
doing it at the
this.
same time!
I'm recording it. Say hi to YouTube.
Hey.
Why do you sound so depressed?
What do you mean?
You sound so depressed when you said hey.
Oh,
Look at the guy on the right.
What does it mean it's moving in 30
That means it's gonna change. Guys, look at this entire row. Look at the girl on the right.
This is if she has the same skin as us and
We're gonna be the Christmas squad.
we would have done the same thing.
I know what we should do tomorrow.
Yeah.
If me, you, me, Angel, Jaden, and the other guy, we could be the Christmas squad.
Did you mean Frosty?
Yes.
Wait, do we ready up?
No.
What do you mean?
Oh, yes. What are we supposed to do? Angel, just ready up. I don't know what.
Just ready up.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know what this means.
Yo, look at all of us. We're just dancing, having fun. Alright, you guys ready?
Did it finish?
Yeah, but it's a party moving in 5 minutes, so...
Guys, the item shop, the item shop.
Oh, we can do that after. It's not gonna change until...
I'm not gonna see the item shop. I don't wanna see the item shop. I don't wanna see it.
You can see it in game. Yeah.
Everybody leave! Everybody leave!
Wait, why?
Wait a minute. No, don't leave, don't leave.
It said party moving.
Let's go back to the big screen. Did it finish?
Alright, ready?
3, 2, 1, go!
Well, I'm doing it at the right time.
That's all. So let's see what is going on.
But I'll do it.
Dude!
I'll do it at the right time. Alright, so when I say 3, you have to do it real quick. 3, not now. 1, 1, 2, 3. Alright, you guys keep on dancing.
Ah!
Guys, what would you rate this music pack in the chat? 1 out of 10. Let me know your guys.
Guys, the item shop.
The item shop?
Yes. Yo, Ange, what are you doing?
I'll say like a 7 or an 8 is pretty dope.
Hey, the Dark Bomber, or whatever that is.
Yeah, Solo, you have to do it when this hand on the head is over.
I'm gonna check the shop.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the item shop. You mean the item shop?
Yeah. Sorry. Volume down. I said volume down. Should I buy this? Yo guys, should I buy the device? Yo guys, it's a music pack. The device music pack. It's 200.
Why did it say party moving?
DJ Pepperoni. What? Oh,
wait,
never mind.
DJ Pepperoni? Oh, PJ Pepperoni.
No, I froze. Oh my. Oh, never mind. What should I buy? I got 1,150. Do I buy the device music pack? Do I buy the device music pack? Yes or no?
No.
Angel. Can I buy the device music pack?
No.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. When I say go, okay? Me and Frosty got it.
Yeah, no.
Frosty.
There we go. Why did you stop?
Because I timed it perfectly. Alright. Alright, Frosty, we need you. Wait. Try again.
Wait, Angel and Frosty are synced.
No, you and me. You were doing it with me.
Where is the ice cream truck outside? No, the ice cream truck is outside. Hey, Jaden's online. Can I invite Jaden?
Yeah.
Can we play Siphon? The Christmas Squad.
No.
Why?
He's playing Battle Royale. He's in a lobby. Hey, Jaden entered.
You and me are doing it, Joniel. At the same time. Jaden.
Guys.
Yo, what's up, boy?
What's up, dude?
Do you have the Christmas skin?
No, which one?
The one that I'm using.
The Woolly Warrior?
Yes.
I should have it. If I don't, I'm a bot. Oh, I don't have it. Psych!
Hey, now we're the Christmas squad.
Hey.
I'm at the front!
Yo, Angel, you talking to Javon lately? You heard Angel?
Yeah!
You talked to Javon lately?
No.
I think he's ignoring all of us for some reason.
What's today's date?
Huh?
What's today's date?
Today is the Tuesday, the
7,
28th.
28, 20.